In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you a customer rating scale or customer satisfaction feedback. As you can see here, I have created this the speedometer kind of things, the 6 speedometer for the customer rating, starting with customer service, on-time delivery, product range, pricing, discount and offers, and recommend to a friend. And you can just change it according to your own requirement. You can use it for some other purpose also, like a teacher also can use to determine their students ability also. They can do customize for that also. So let me just show you how it works. When I click, you can see this needle will move to the specific point and then it will reveal the percentage. Okay, when I click, you can see here the customer service is good, 70% score it got, and then on time delivery it's normal, 50%, product range is excellent, 95%, and then the pricing is it's normal, 40%, and then here the discount and offers is poor, it's got 25% only, and then recommend to a friend, it's normal, it's a 50%. So you can see here this slide looks like this, and I've added one more with four a speedometer only. So let me just, you can see here I've added 4 only, and you can just add your title. When I click, you can see here it's good, it's poor, it's excellent, and this is normal. So as I said, depending on your requirement, you can customize the slide. And if you have not subscribed to my channel PowerPoint University, please subscribe it now and make sure to enable the bell notification icon. You can join my Telegram group with the help of this link. And if you like to contribute to my channel, you can do it through PayPal or Patreon. The link is provided in the video description section. So let's start the tutorial. Add a new slide, go to view, enable the guides. I'm going to insert an oval shape. For that, go to insert shapes. From the basic shapes, I'm going to select the oval shape, draw the oval shape by holding the shift key. So depending on your requirement, you can increase or decrease the size. Shape outline, make it no outline, and align center, align middle. Then I'm going to cut the circle, the bottom part. So for that, I'm going to add one rectangle covering the bottom part of the circle. You can see the half part here. And then I'm going to select the circle first, hold the shift key, select the rectangle, merge shape. You can see I can simply subtract it. Then I'm going to cut this one into 4 equal parts. For that, I'm going to add a few rectangles. Go to insert shapes, select a rectangle, draw a rectangle. You can see here maybe this one size, shape outline, make it no outline, and shape fill, you can give some different color, and then align center, align middle. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this by pressing Ctrl D. You can see here it's duplicated, and then I'm going to align center, align middle, and I'm going to bend it or tilt it towards the left side. For that, you need to hold the Alt key and press the left arrow key on your keyboard. Okay, Alt and 1, 2 times I'm going to press, and one more time 3 times. Okay, so you can see here the equal spaces has been given. I'm going to select this again, press Ctrl D to duplicate, align center, align middle, and then I'm going to hold the Alt key, and now I'm going to press 3 times the right arrow key. Okay, you need to hold the Alt key till you press 3 times the right arrow key, and then you can release the Alt key. So Alt, hold the Alt key 1, 2 and 3 times and release it. So with this, you come up, you can see here something like this. And then what I'm going to do is, let me just duplicate this slide for my later use. Okay, I just right mouse click and duplicated it. So now I'm going to select all, or I can press Ctrl A to select all, go to format, merge shape, and I'm going to do fragment. And remember that this particular fragment or these merge shapes are available only in the latest version of PowerPoint, which is available from 2013 onwards. And in 2010 you have got some features, but fragment is not available. So I highly recommend you to use the latest version of PowerPoint. I'm now going to click the fragment. All right, and now you can see here I can simply hold the shift key, and I'm just going to select this one, and I can move it here. So you can see here it looks something like this. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of this and press Ctrl D to delete, and then I'm just going to just press the delete, not the control D. Again, if you put control D, it will duplicate. Now I'm going to put exactly in the center. You can see here something like this. All right, now you remember that I have duplicated this slide. Now what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to cut this circle, or I can just select this one, duplicate this circle, go to format, just change the color, hold the shift key, reduce the size. Again, I'm going to put exactly in the center. Make sure that it is already in the center. Okay, or you can just say align center also. Then I'm going to select the blue semicircle first, hold the shift key, select the green one, merge shape. I can just subtract it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, again I'm going to select this, okay, and then merge shape, I'm going to fragment it, and then I'm going to select only this part, 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, you can see here, if I move this one, and I'm going to give some dark color here, press Ctrl G to group it, Ctrl C to copy, bring it here, Ctrl V, paste, and I'm just going to paste it exactly on top of this. All right, just spend some time to do some correction. All right, now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just give some different color combinations here. You can go to format, shape fill. You can see here different color combination you can choose, because this is for example, always it start from like, how is the customer satisfaction, it will say bad, good, excellent, like that. So here I'm going to start with this color, and then this one I'm going to start with orange, then here it comes with the light green, and then it comes the dark green here. All right, so this is the color combination I have chosen. And one more thing which I want to do is, I want to add one more shape here, a smaller one. So I can just simply, actually I should have made one more duplicate of that one, but not a problem. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to select this much size. You can see here, I'm going to paste it exactly in the center, or I can just reduce the size also. I'm going to make sure align center, align middle, shape outline, make it no outline, and then I'm going to cut the bottom part, select the rectangle. All right, and then I'm going to cut this one, subtract this one. All right, so you have to just make sure that it is properly aligned. Something is not aligned means not a problem. You can do it later also. Go to format, shape, outline, no outline, shape fill. I'm going to give the same color, something like this here. All right, and if you want to give some shadow effect also, you can give. For example, I'm just going to select this part, press Ctrl D to duplicate, and then shape fill. I'm going to make it black, right mouse click, go to format, shape. I'm going to increase the transparency. You can see here, bring it, and just you need to bring it somewhat down, or you can just hold the shift key, reduce the size a little bit. Okay, and then I'm just going to place it here. You can see here, I'm just going to reduce the size a little bit, and then send this to back. All right, so you have got a shadow effect also, something like this. It looks something like this. All right, now once this is done, now few more things which we need to add, kind of a text and some icons here, and then I'm going to add the needle also. For that, what we need to do is, first of all, I need to go to insert text. I'm going to add, say this is poor, or you can just say bad, or whatever, whichever way you want, and then I can just make it somewhat gray color. All right, and then I want to make it kind of a arch. For that, go to format, text effects, transform. You can see here, I'm going to select this one, arch, and then I can increase the size, move it like this. Okay, or I can just play with this also. So many things you can do it. You can see here, whichever way you feel better, you can just tilt it. Alright, so this is my pour one. Press Ctrl D to duplicate. Say this one, the other one, I'm going to bend it, and then I'm going to add normal here. Let me just zoom in, and then I'm going to type normal. Alright, so again you need to adjust it till you feel much satisfied with that one, because if I move it like that, it will look like not good one. So I have to just make it somewhat bigger, and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, this is normal. Press Ctrl D to duplicate, and here this one will go as good. Alright, and I'm going to add one more, and this one I'm going to say excellent, but let me just work for the good now, and then I can just put the good here, and then excellent I'm going to bring it and put the text here. Alright, you can see here something like this. It looks something like this. Now if you're using the latest version of PowerPoint, you can add some icons also. Go to Insert, Icons, and I'm going to choose the faces here, and I'm going to choose 4 faces. For example, this is for the normal, this is for the normal, good, bad, or the poor, and this is for the excellent. So 4 icons I'm going to add it here, and I'm going to make the height and width as 0.5 only, smaller one. So this is for the excellent one, this is for the poor, is unhappy, this is normal, neither happy nor positive, and then this is a good one. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this, and I'm going to give as a white color here, and then I can just make it more transparent also. Here actually I've used like this. If you want, you can just change it with the outline, or you can just use it the full one. So depending on your requirement, you can do it. Now this, our basic design is ready. Now it's time to add the needle. So to add the needle, let me just zoom in a little bit, and then I'm going to insert shapes, select the oval shape, draw the oval shape by holding the shift key. You can see here maybe this much size, and put it exactly in the center. Alright, and shape outline, make it no outline, and shape fill, you can give any gray color, or you can use some dark color, whichever way you feel better. And then I'm going to add a triangle. Go to insert shapes and select the triangle, and I'm going to draw a triangle maybe this much size, and I'm going to put it exactly in the center. You can see here, and shape outline, no outline, and shape fill, I'm going to give the same color, and I'm going to duplicate this now. Press Ctrl D to duplicate. Go to rotate, and I'm going to make it flip vertical, and then I'm going to place it, or what I can do is simply bring this one here so that you can understand what exactly I'm trying to do. I'm going to place this one exactly at the bottom. You can see here, make sure that there should not be any gap, and it should not be not properly aligned. Okay, if you have misaligned, then it will be a problem when you're doing the animation. So I think this is properly aligned. Let me just do it one more time. Yeah, all right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the bottom, this one which I've added just now. Go to format, shape fill, I'm going to make it no fill, and then hold the shift key, select this one. So both got selected, one with outfill and one with this black color, and press Ctrl G to group it, and then bring exactly at the top. Let me just zoom in and put it exactly in the center. All right, now what we need to do is we need to add the animation here. So first of all, I'm going to select this one. Using this arrow, I'm going to bring the needle here at the bottom. All right, now depending on your requirement, you can increase or decrease this particular scale. So sorry, let me just control A. All right, and then I'm just going to move it here. And if you want to reduce the size, you need to first group it by pressing Ctrl G, and then you can hold the shift key, reduce the size. You can see here, and then you can just duplicate it. Ctrl D, duplicate. All right, and then Ctrl D, duplicate, and add 2 more here. So if you have a space, you need to reduce further, and then you can just add more these scales or the meters. All right, so this one also I'm just going to move a little bit closer to this one. All right, so I'm just going to use only 4 for this example. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all this by holding the shift key and then right mouse click and ungroup it. Okay, because when you group it, you cannot do the animation. So before adding the animation, let me just remove these guides. It's disturbing me actually. And then you can add any text here. Go to insert text box. You can add your title. Okay, any title which you like to add it here. Press Ctrl D to duplicate. All right, and then this also duplicate and then bring it down. All right, and now let's add the animation. Let me close the format background, go to the animations, enable the animation pane. The first thing which I'm going to do is I'm going to select this one. Okay, this needle without this circle. Okay, this needle or the triangle, add animation, make it spin. So it is spinning. You can see here it is spinning 360 degrees. Now for example, say that this particular option you want to put it for the good here. All right, so if you can see here, it could be like 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, 120 degrees, like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it maybe 80 or 70 degrees. So double click this one, go to the amount, click on this one here. Instead of 360 degrees, I'm going to make it, for example, 70 degrees, and you need to press the enter key. Otherwise, if you just type it and then click outside, it's still 360. Okay, so you need to press the enter key. So 70, enter, and I'm going to increase the bounce and the timing. I'm going to make it fast and click OK. So you can see here the 70 degrees it has come here. Now if I want, I can just make it maybe 90 degrees, enter key and click OK. So it is 90 degrees here, and double click. I want maybe 120 degrees here. So it's coming here perfectly 120 degrees. Okay, and you can add one more animation where the needle should keep on, you know, moving by itself. So I'm going to add animation and I'm going to say teeter here. So you can see here it is just double click this one, timing I'm going to say with previous, and duration fast only, repeat until end of the slide and click OK. So if I play now, when I click, you can see here it looks something like this. Now it is very easy for me. I'm going to select this one, animation painter, click on this, and now it's double click this one, and now for example this one it's say poor. Okay, for that I'm going to make it only say 30 degrees and click OK. It will stop here. All right, now say this is excellent and excellent. First of all, I need to add the animation painter. Okay, now for this one, double click this one, maybe excellent, it could be like 150 degrees. Let me just put 150 degrees and click OK. Yeah, so this is 150 degrees, and this normal maybe, or this is normal maybe 70 degrees again, or 60 degrees, whatever. I'm going to add the animation for this. Sorry, see it has add the animation for that. Let me just add the animation for this. Yeah, and then double click this, and then here the timing, the amount, actually not the timing, amount, it could be like 70 degrees and click OK and OK, and this is perfect. Now if I click, it will come for the good one, then it's a poor, this is excellent, and this is normal one. So you can see here you can add maybe 2 more by reducing the size of this meter.